You chose to sit up there in your seat and sit on your high horse.
This is not appropriate, and the chairman should have stopped it
Yeah,
already,
I know,
but he's not going to do
know.
that. So I'm going to intervene.
You know what?
It's not appropriate.
I give people plenty of latitude to say just about anything they want about any of us, including myself. So, but you are...
You want me to talk about him now? I'll talk about last week
that's
when
fine.
my wife got off this stand. You decided to make a joke when the dog came up here and say, oh, we going to give the dog some time to speak. Was that appropriate? No. So again, I tell you, you work for us. I don't work for you. I'm going to tell you something.
There's no walls closed.
Karma is real. Karma is real.
Sir, do you have...
Karma is real. I do have something to say. I'm going to use all my minutes.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, you're going to hear it.
Okay.
Karma is real. And every last one of you will receive it. Trust me. Is that a threat? This world, no, it's not a threat. This world is a good world.
Let's get our security.
Back up, Chief.
We don't,
What?
sir.
Threaten my wife?
Either,
Excuse me?
Hey.
What are you finna do, bro?
gentlemen,
Ain't nobody... You just really gonna walk up behind me? Your wife finna lose her job too.
That something is happening here in Kern County that is nefarious, inappropriate, and illegal. I would like the public to know that the Prosecutors Association is a major backer, funder, and proponent of my political opponent in this race.
I hardly ever talk about what is happening in my neck of the woods. I think it's time to start exposing some of the creepy actions from our political parasites. You guys do not go anywhere. This video is a banger. We're gonna be dropping some names and some phone numbers for you guys. How about that? Let's get right to it.
are you ready?
I'm just here so you can see this Bakersfield shirt so that you understand that you work for us. You guys sit up here and act like you're gods. You're not.
Can you give us your name for the record, please?
Tyrone Smith.
Thank you.
Hold up, let me get this straight. So you mean to tell me they're asking you to give up your
what
Fourth
the hell did
Amendment
you just
in order
say?
to practice your
Let's see
First
what
Amendment?
Leticia has
Think
to
about
say
that,
about
folks.
this.
That's why you're being investigated right now, Leticia. Same thing as my wife for using county resources.
Chairman Couch, may I say
Yes,
something,
ma'am.
please?
Supervisor Press?
Thank you so much, Chairman. I am very much looking forward to discussing the matter that is before us today. But I also have a very timely issue that I need to place on the record this morning, and I appreciate your indulgence, Chair, and to my colleagues and to the public. I assure you, this is not a good report, but it is one in which we'll move past very quickly after I place it onto the record, and we'll get back to the business of Kern County. But I need to inform the public of what occurred 3 days ago here in Kern County. On Friday, October 18 at approximately 9 a.m., investigators from the district attorney's office attempted to make illegal entry into my office when no one was present. They did not have permission, they did not provide notice to us, and they did not have a warrant. Because the office was empty and locked, they attempted to have the CAO give them access illegally to my office. They had cameras, there was no one in the office. I don't know what they were intending to do or what they were intending to photocopy. The CAO rightly called county council and asked if this was appropriate because it appeared to be inappropriate. County council appropriately, and I am forever indebted to our council for doing the right thing and letting the investigators know they needed a warrant to enter the office of an elected official when they were not present, had no notice, and had no idea that an investigation was underway. When I found out this information had occurred, I was rightfully afraid. I immediately called Cindy Zimmer, our district attorney. I made that call Friday at 12:26 p.m. She did not answer, and I left her a message. I informed her that she did not have permission to search my office, we were not providing consent, and that she would need a warrant to search my office. To this moment, she has not returned my call. So several hours later, I sent her a text message approximately 2:30, and I let her know that she did not have permission to search my office, that I would appreciate an opportunity to speak with her about what was going on, and that they needed a warrant. Twice after being informed by county council that they needed a warrant, and being informed by myself that they needed a warrant, DA investigators appeared at my office and attempted to bully their way past my 21-year-old staffer, telling him they needed to take pictures of my office and of Christian Romo's office. 3 times they attempted to illegally access my office, twice after being informed by the highest law of the land, county council, that they needed a warrant, and being told by the supervisor they did not have consent. The district attorney responded to my text message when I told her she needed a warrant by saying, "Thank you, I will send the message on." I'm not sure who she's sending the message on to or who's in charge of that office, because I informed her the message was actually for her. As a legal matter, she does not have a right to enter my office, and I'd like to know what's going on. There was no response after that. I have not heard from her, and I have no idea where this investigation is standing. I have sent screenshots of that text message with Cindy Zimmer to the federal authorities. I have sent it to my friend Rob Bonta at the Department of Justice to let him know that something is happening here in Kern County that is nefarious, inappropriate, and illegal. I would like the public to know that the Prosecutors Association is a major backer, funder, and proponent of my political opponent in this race.
Yeah, no shit. We know there's a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening out here for a lot of years. I don't really know who's right or who's wrong, who's doing this or who's doing that. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. I really hope that these people out here keep fighting, because we really need to get down to the bottom of what's happening, right? Kern County is a cesspool of political parasites, misappropriation of funds. There's probably a shit ton of monopolies on contracts. I don't believe that we've begun to scratch the surface of what's happening out here in Kern County. Keep in mind that there's an empty seat up there on the county board, and that is the seat of Zach Scrivener. Do you guys know what happened with him? Type up his name and look for some news articles or segments. I also want you guys to look up what happened recently with the mayor of Wasco. This dude was caught by a predator poacher and was bitch slapped. Bakersfield PD still has not arrested or charged the mayor, but he has resigned. Zach Scrivener also recently resigned. I'll be dropping a bunch of links for you guys in the description of this video, and I'm also going to be doing a lot of follow-ups. I want you guys to really begin to understand what's happened out here in Kern County. And we're also going to run a story on the Lords of Bakersfield. There's a book that was written. It's a banned book, but there's a lot of underground shit that has happened out here, folks. Keep watching the video.
So their presence in my office, part of my opponent's political team and apparatus, illegally trying to access my office 2 weeks before an election. I think it is clear, as Ms. Paras has stated so brilliantly in the past, 'tis the season. And I want to place that on the record because I believe that Kern County is better than this behavior. I believe these Gestapo tactics that are done by the Public Integrity Unit out of the District Attorney's Office are illegal, immoral, and unethical. I would direct the attention of the federal government to the Public Integrity Unit, who has been attempting to send me to jail for over a decade. Thank you for your time. I lastly want to, with the biggest heart and greatest gratitude imaginable, thank the CAO staff, the county council who followed the law. They did no favors for me, they simply followed the law. And of course, my 21-year-old staffer, who on 2 separate occasions in the same day had armed investigators attempting to bully him and get into my office. It's not just mine, the leading Democrat in this community, but also Christian Romo's office, the head of the local Democratic Party. If this does not alarm you, it absolutely should. This is illegal, it is unethical, it is on the record 2 weeks before my election, and I am begging the federal government and the Department of Justice to please intervene, please investigate, and please help me because I don't know what they'll do next. With that said, let's get to carbon capture. Thank you.
This doesn't feel good, huh? I can see it in your face. I seen you on the news, the way you look. It's upsetting to have you investigated for something minor like that and your job potentially being online. Well, my wife lost her job. But you could have stopped that in that meeting when it first kicked off. But you chose not to. You chose to sit up there in your seat and sit on your high horse.
This is not appropriate, and the chairman should have stopped it
Yeah,
already,
I know,
but he's not going
I
to do
know.
that. So I'm going to intervene.
You know,
It's not appropriate.
I give people plenty of latitude to say just about anything they want about any of us, including myself. So, but you are...
You want me to talk about him now? I'll talk about last week
that's
when
fine.
my wife got off this stand. You decided to make a joke when the dog came up here and say, "Oh, we're going to give the dog some time to speak." Was that appropriate? No. So again, I tell you, you work for us. I don't work for you. And I don't need to come up here and say, "Thank you for letting me come up here." I have the right to come up here.
I agree.
Yeah, I know you agree now. You want to agree now because the walls are closing in.
All right, folks, and here's where the video gets juicy. As a matter of fact, when I was watching this, I heard Bruce Buffer in the background fighting out of this corner. Leticia Perez's husband versus the man who's pissed off because his wife was fired. Ding, ding, ding. As you guys will be able to see that the Kern County Sheriff's deputies stepped in before it got crazy, and then the council meeting takes a break.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Snowball's supposed to
Karma
be.
is real. Karma is real.
Sir, do you have?
Karma is real. I do have something to say. I'm gonna use all my minutes.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, you're gonna hear it.
Okay.
Karma is real, and every last one of you will receive it. Trust me. Is that a threat? This world, no, it's not a threat. This world is a good world.
Let's get our security.
Back up, Chief.
We don't.
What?
Sir.
Threaten my wife?
Either
Excuse me? Hey, what are you finna do, bro?
gentlemen.
Ain't nobody. You just really gonna walk up behind me? Your wife finna lose her job too.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna take a break here.
Y'all ain't nothing.
Okay. Call this meeting back to order, and we'll give this another shot.
All right, folks, here are our final thoughts. First and foremost, it's important that we know what's happening in our communities. So let's start going to the city council meetings. Let's start asking questions. Go up there and speak. Demand answers, demand accountability and transparency. You know, there's corruption going on everywhere. It's rampant and it's happening in your town. It's not just happening here in my town. We're just going to make these people famous here on my channel. I mean, I've made people famous in city council meetings all over the United States. And it is time that I start to highlight what's happening here in my town. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because Bakersfield, California is no joke. It is no joke, folks. There's been shit happening here for years. Like I said, there's a book called The Lords of Bakersfield. Look into it. See if you guys can find a copy and get yourself one and start reading, because we're going to be doing some stories on this. We want to highlight this. We want the world to know what's happened in Kern County. It's a fucking cesspool of craziness, of disgusting behavior, of sick people, you know, having power. And just so you guys know, Bakersfield, there's been stories of Hollywood bussing down young Hollywood stars over here for elitists. We're not that far from Los Angeles. 2 hours drive to go anywhere away from here. So just keep in mind that we are in Bakersfield is big. It's a lot bigger than people think. A quick rundown of what's gone on that I know of. The Wasco mayor was accused of trying to hook up with a minor. He got bitch slapped and then resigned. Bakersfield Police Department failed to arrest him or charge him because the people who were supposedly a victim failed to come forward, which I'm guessing the cops were just hoping to arrest the people that did it. Instead of catching the real bad guys, they want to catch the people that caught the bad guy and call them vigilantes and shit, right? So that's gone on. The story of Zach Scrivener was, from my understanding, shot by his own son because supposedly he was doing something bad to the other son. I haven't gone into that story that much. We'll do a follow-up on that as well. And now Leticia Perez is asking for some kind of justice because her office was raided. I don't know too much about that either. I'm guessing many of you people from my area are going to be sending me emails. My email is recordpolicenow@gmail.com. You guys, we are open for interviews. We are open for, we will keep you anonymous as well if you need to stay anonymous. So you guys make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell. What's been in the dark for many years, we're going to turn the lights on that shit. All right, guys, we'll see you guys soon. Peace.